Don't blame me for the title or the thumbnail. Nothing to do with me, just the idiots that I employ. Anyway, it is United versus Arsenal tactical preview, and we are going to burn the goddamn house down. Right, Arsenal form coming into this is fucking shocking. United is all right. Team news is Paul Pogba should be available after not being ready for the trip to Burnley on Saturday. We definitely need Pogba back for this one, with McTominay being out. I definitely don't think Matic is capable of playing 2 games in less than a week when he hasn't played in about 4.5 years. Pogba did miss training, or at least he missed the start of training where the cameras was there, and that obviously means massive panic for everybody. I reckon he was probably in the gym, probably with a physio, something along those lines. I would think he's going to be available. Otherwise, there's serious questions need to be asked about what the fuck is going on. Front three, more than likely going to stay the same. The only one that you could possibly see being replaced is Dan James after, the absolute battering he got against Burnley. So Mason Greenwood could be in with a shout. We'll go from a starting 11 in a second. Let's look at Arsenal, laugh at Arsenal, talk about Arsenal. They've won 5 games all season in the Premier League, which is as many as Aston Villa. They've won 1 in the last 11. That's well shit, isn't it? Slap back in the middle of their new manager bounce that they're definitely in arrears with, because they didn't get one for Lundberg and they didn't get one with the Arteta. So all of this is pointing to them beating us. They've conceded 30 goals in 20 Premier League matches this season. They've only scored 26. 13 of those have come from Aubameyang, who's obviously second top scorer in the league. Danger man is obviously without a doubt going to be Aubameyang. Ozil did look all right against Chelsea, having been brought back into the fold since Arteta has arrived, but the back four is well shit. Leno could possibly be low on confidence after the mistakes against Chelsea. I've seen loads of Arsenal fans saying that they absolutely dominated the game. I really start to question what Arsenal fans have a fucking clue about with football, honestly, because they didn't. Let's be honest with you. I thought Chelsea were pretty good for the win, and arguably the result probably flattered Arsenal to a certain extent. This preview was meant to have Joel from Cheeky Sport on it, so do us a favour and tweet him and just say shithouse. Just leave it at that, because he didn't want to come on. He also said... let me get this up, because I've promised him if we beat them, I'm using this as a thumbnail. He texted me this morning and he said, where is it? If we can't get a result against you, then I might as well cancel my 2020. So I've said I'm using that as a thumbnail for the review if we beat you, and I will. Righty, let's look at the starting 11 then for United. His starting 11 that I'm going for then is David De Gea in net. Funnily enough, I'm going with Wan-Bissaka right back and obviously Brandon Williams left back. Is there any argument? Is there anyone still holding a torch with Luke Shaw being a good left back, or one that could easily be the first choice at Manchester United? If you are, please let me know so we can identify you and fucking ignore everything that you've got to say. Lindelof alongside Maguire. I think it's time for a midfield three against Arsenal, because they are going to try and knock it around a little bit. They are going to try and play through that midfield into their forward players. And I don't think the number 10 that we've got really works. Yes, it would be Jesse Lingard's dance floor. We all know that, but let's bring him on off the bench. I want to see Pogba and Fred given the opportunity to be playmakers in this. And even though that I said in the start of the video, I wouldn't have thought Matic is going to be playing. I think he probably will, in all honesty. I don't think it'd be a good idea to play him, I should say, but I think he might play. Aside from that, you're looking at Jimmy Garner or possibly repurposing one of the centre-halves to play in midfield, and I'm not sure that's a good idea either. Without McTominay, who looks like he's going to be out for a significant period of time, could be back at some point in January, but with ligaments, who the hell knows. I've gone with Mason Greenwood on the right, Martial on the middle, and Marcus on the left. The reason I've gone with Mason over Dan James is Dan James got absolutely fucking mullered and zero protection whatsoever against Burnley. It was more like a fucking rugby match for him than it was a football match. He got bullied and the referees give him zero protection. It was an absolute piss take. But what Mason offers us is someone that can play in between the lines a little bit and offers a little bit of class with his final delivery and also finishing from that right-hand side as well. And I think if you actually take it to Arsenal, I think you can fucking destroy them. They were so poor without the ball against Chelsea that I think that United have got a very good opportunity here, but it has to be in a three-man midfield, I think, somehow, and it has to be pushing forward. I wouldn't actually be crazy. if we saw Fred in the 6 and Andreas Pereira and Paul Pogba. It's probably a touch more adventurous than having Matic in there, but I wouldn't be totally against seeing that, if I'm being honest with you. But that's what I think the starting 11 is going to be, or at least how I would like to see us try and set up against Arsenal. Let me know in the comments how you think this one's going to go. I saw something that I'm not sure I've got this 100% correct, but they've lost 4 on the bounce. They've never lost 5 all at home. They're not that bad, are they? They're not that bad that they're going to lose to us as well. I think 3 points here would be significant for Manchester United in our hunt for getting top 4 this year, and it would be a serious blow to Arsenal, who I predicted were going to come 7th this year. If we beat them, 7th is a fucking pipe dream for them. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be doing a watch along with Stretford Paddock tomorrow, so go check them out, and I'll see you in a bit.